Welcome to the Round 7 review for Supercoach 2023. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. We're chipping away slowly. We're scored 2,324, ranked 16k. It's a season high ranking for us. That is not great, but we're moving in the right direction. Hoping for top 1k this year. I think it's doable, it's possible, but I think it's probably unlikely. So I don't know where we'll end up ranked, but yeah, we're slowly moving up. Had some very poor rookies on the field. We're talking 20s and 30s. And I did the review last night, mid-update. I think I recorded that at about 1 in the morning. I had to stare at my wonderful F5 and F6, so we'll get to that. I think our team value, just not owning Chandler, just absolutely copying it every week. That guy, he's so good, and yeah, we prioritize Setterfield over Chandler, and I don't know, that just hurts my brain, just watching Setterfield and his, the 90% CBAs he got when we got him in, just run around doing cardio, doing laps, not sticking tackles, just not finding the ball. Now Hobbs is in there. Even Merritt was a bit half forwardish, I think. Half forward wing, spent a bit of time there, a bit of inside as well, who I wanted to get in, so that would have been frustrating. But yeah, this is where we're at the moment. Hopefully we can keep going up, and we have some trade plans, some interesting decisions to make this week. There's 3 players I'm weighing up. I would like Jack Steele, but in the Discord there's a few bit hesitant on Steele. The way I see it is he's 530k and I need a midfielder basically, because I haven't been able to get any midfielders in, I think bar Oliver this year. So and that we used up all our cap and some for Oliver, which was not a good choice, but I guess I played out of fear of this run. Gold Coast this week, no Took, Hawthorn just played North, so you can see the panic to get him in, and he had the down game last week, which was like a 90 odd score. So anyway, we're sitting on 42k, 20 trades, and yeah, 1 boost left. I think we'll save the boost this week. I don't really know what to use it on. I dare say I wish we used it on correcting Chesser, but we did not. So what do we do here? I think we want a midfielder, just because we're running out of, if Sheasel's keeper and Zeebel's keeper and Day's keeper, which I think we're acting as if they are. We got Rosie in the midfield. We'll just chuck him there for the moment. Oops, that didn't go well. We don't have many slots, and I want to get a ruck forward, like maybe Gawn if he gets or Darcy Cameron when he comes back, just for that cover for the rest of the year. So yeah, not too sure how that will play out. I don't think we can get Stewart. He's too expensive for us. I don't think we can get... Well, Sicily stuffs up our buy, so we'll discuss that soon. But yeah, we'll start reviewing players. Yeah, this bench absolutely shambles. So anyway, Dawson 150, very good. Went down back in quarter 4, and the Crows, my goodness. You could just see the script of Collingwood winning another game like that. I thought the Crows, tweeted about the game, and I just thought played a bit defensive in the last quarter, tried not to lose, and Collingwood kept winning the clearances, kept getting it forward, and whenever there's 2 minutes to go in a game and Collingwood are down, the corridor seems to be empty with Collingwood players, and they seem to stroll in and hit a target inside 50. It's happened so many times, and it happened again to the Crows. So anyway, Dawson 150. We take that. We paid 620. He's averaged a lot for us. So maybe what's his 3-round average and break even? 126 3 rounds. So it's been a successful trade in. I guess Stewart, you could argue, was just as good, a bit cheaper and the better buy, but I don't think I could take watching Dawson, not owning him, so he's been good. Dacos had a down game. It's probably a good thing, because a few people would have captained him, but yeah, just a bit of maybe an Achilles issue, went off for a bit, just struggled a little bit today, so still averaging the 126, so without doubt against Sydney he will bounce back. Sinclair 109, so he's got a nice run coming up. I do think he's a great target. If you look at Saints fixture, it's why I like Steele. North, Adelaide. I don't know if Adelaide's an easy matchup or not. Playing alright, but lost the clearances today. Giants, I think Giants midfield's not too bad, but then they got Hawthorn. So actually, Hawthorn's mid's not too bad either. So I don't know if this is an easy fixture or not, but North are just laying down at the moment and getting destroyed. So yeah, basically folding at the moment. So that's the easiest matchup at Marvel that Sinclair will have probably all year. So Sinclair, I think, is a probably number one defensive target. Break-even 95. He's good. Oh yeah, our trades. We brought in... so I dropped a lid. We brought in Will Day for McKenna, which sucks because now Rich has gone down, so McKenna will make more money. We brought in Sturt for... I don't remember who we traded out. We traded in one more player. Seamus Mitchell. So, oh yeah, Cowan and Davey. So I'm going to those two dead rooks. So very happy to see the back end of those guys. And got, yeah, Day, Seamus Mitchell, and Stir. And can I just say, Sam Mitchell subbing off Seamus Mitchell. He's doing a great job on Cody Waitman. Was looking quite good. Does the hard stuff. You can see he attacks the contest really fiercely. Like, coaches would love that. They're trying to play the kids. Why would they sub off Mitchell? You got GF doing nothing, offers nothing defensively, and they sub off Seamus Mitchell, who's doing a good job on one of their small. So, and they did it right before Fergus Green ran into a post. When Fergus Green set out the last 15 minutes of the game on the bench. And then when he hurt himself, he's had a big stint on the bench as well. So yeah, just could have just subbed him off. Not looking great. No, let's sub off our most popular Supercoach rookie. So, yeah, obviously I don't play the game or don't care about it, but even from a football perspective, I heavily disagreed with that. And then Justin Longmuir. No wonder this guy everyone's calling for his head, subbing off Sturt. Like, Bailey Banfield is a small forward, has laid 0 tackles in about 5 weeks. Seems to keep playing him no matter what. Sturt kicked 2 goals last week, kicked 0 goals 2 this week. They're struggling to find opportunities up forward. Their forward line is Amos, and Walters doesn't even want to play for the coach. All this stuff. Like, their forward line's a mess. And the one guy who looks like he might score something, they sub off. So, very frustrating, Sam Sturt. And I guess you can understand the logic behind picking him this week, because Sam Simpson is a small forward, basically, or playing the Stingle role. Stingle's 2 to 4 weeks away, I think. Something like that. Might even be 1 to 3 this week. So I don't know if Simpson will hold his spot. And he's 166k, so it's pretty hard to bring him in. You got Angwin, who... Look, I didn't watch this game, but had 20 touches last week, which is pretty good for a rookie, but I think he dropped another 40. Not like... I don't know if he's best 22 or not. I don't know if he's going to score much. Dogs this week, I don't have a good read on Angwin. And then you got Chincotta this week, so I wanted to definitely grab Chincotta. But yeah, I wanted to bank in a player who I thought would have good job security. And now I don't even know if he's going to keep playing or not. So, break even of -3. So that's okay, but that this 20 is going to be stuck in his system for a bit. Plays Hawthorn this week, so hopefully plays and, kicks a goal so he doesn't get subbed. Honestly, Justin Longmuir is unbelievable. And watching Fremantle play, I'd feel sorry for their supporters. The defenders intercept, and then they do nothing. They just bomb it long. And they've been intercepting really well, but then they do nothing with the ball. So it's bizarre what's going on at that club. Where are we at? We're still at Sinclair. So Day was good, got him in. Zeebel's apparently getting scans this week. So look, I think he's a hold if he's 1 or 2 weaker. I don't know if he'll miss games or not, but he looks potentially down and out. Could have been a trade. A bit older, so you do worry. I wouldn't blame you if you flipped him just because he's old and, can he run out of season at 32? Not too sure, but he's been pretty good this year. 5 round 97, that's still fine. So he's been quite good, and we fielded Tyler Young over Seamus Mitchell. So yeah, I guess it's a little bit lucky to get a 57 from a garbage rookie, but I don't know. You can't win them all. Sometimes you field trash, sometimes you get lucky with the rookies, so it balances out. And yeah, Constable stuck with us. Bont is... he's M1 now. Dawson's averaging more than Oliver. It's interesting. So yeah, Bont very good. 200th, he was fantastic. Oliver 134. I was hoping for a bit more, but it was Petrarca that got on the end of a few goals and just dominated. I think Oliver put the Q in the rack, I think, in the second half, but that's fine. Laird, this is pretty worrying. I don't know if they were trying to sub him off, but yeah, he went to the bench for a very long time in the fourth quarter, so clearly they managed him a bit. It's good, great that he got up, but they did risk him playing this week, which sort of stressed me out a bit. So that's fine. Big Thomas Green, 118. Hopefully he's if he goes 107 plus, I'm happy. So that's probably good enough for your M8 with a bit of upside. So he's been good. Hopper 71. What's his break even? 90. Oh no. I think we just keep holding to the buy because he has the last buy, so he can play through the first few buys. I guess if he shits the bed again, then he's gonna get a big break even and start losing money. So I floated the idea that he could be your M8 if he going really terrible, and even Setterfield, and I don't think that's acceptable if they can drop scores like this. So who did Richmond play this week? West Coast. Okay, so definitely not a trade this week. Setterfield, oh my goodness, this was an absolute scam. Like, how Jacob Wittering, like that scam that he got. Basically, if you bought Setterfield, you got absolutely gypped. 5-round average of 77. What is Chandler averaging? Because that's when I got Setterfield over Chandler. 78. It's such a painful miss. I can't wait to trade him out. Just pathetic performance from him. Played a bit on Dangerfield. I don't know what he was doing. He was weak in the contest, but yeah, got gypped. Ashcroft 103, so that's pretty nice because I think this week I was planning on getting rid of him. Just because, I thought, Setterfield should outscore him, Hopper should outscore him. I need to get rid of someone. And Ashcroft has the money on his head. But no, we're getting rid of Setterfield. 32 break even, so he actually can stay. A kick goal of the year, which was good. We did not field Wilmot, but yes. So with Daniel Rich out, I don't know if that affects Wilmot because they can still play him wing, but they did switch him down back for a quarter, and he scored like 50 points when Rich was not playing one game. So fingers crossed. I think we got to field him this week. So fingers crossed that he plays a bit down back, or we can loop sort of on the. I think we're going to have 3 donuts on the mid bench this week, but when we do our trades, so we'll see. Johnson suspended. Oh my goodness, 2 subbed and 1 suspension for a rookie. So it's just not very smooth sailing for us with the rookies this year. Would have been nice. We're planning to get Dylan Williams over Johnson, but who scored an 85 and he was subbed. So yeah, 18 break even. Would have played the Hawks. I think he comes back, plays Geelong, Melbourne, and then has a bye. So just completely pointless. And hopefully he does come back. So I thought he did enough to hold his spot. Chester's supposed to be back soon, hopefully. And then yeah, English Marshall. Yeah, VC on Marshall. So that did prop up our score. Very nice to hit the captains. So we'll get to captains in a second. Taranto 117. Jesus. He's been outstanding this year. 600k. So he's probably F1. Looks a lot better than Dunkley. Rosie, Gordon. I spend not much time on these forwards just because they're so common, but it was good to see Gordon get a bit of a bounce back, but I didn't see much of the game. I didn't see his role, but yeah, I see the score, and he was never being traded anyway, so we're not in a position to. I did watch Cecil. He was a lot better, so a bit more confidence in him as a keeper, but yeah, just no reason to trade him unless something goes terribly wrong. And then yeah, Ferg and Van Roon both on field for us, so yeah, Mitch Lewis getting those targets over Ferg, and again, would be nice if he didn't run into the post. So what do we do from here? Okay, so Setterfield's going to Chincotta for sure, and Green as well. So I think we need Zeeble in the forward line so we don't have to field a donkey forward rookie, and that gives us Chincotta. So I think looks like they played Kemp down there as well. I didn't see that, but yeah. Hopefully there's a spot. Hopefully Chincotta has Cowan's spot, because they were competing for that spot, and Cowan, like, he definitely needs a extended stint in the twos from what I saw. Might as well develop him. Chincotta a bit more older, a bit more experienced body, so I think they should probably play him instead. So now we have 650k to go shopping, but I don't want to spend too much, because I think next week we'll go Van Ruan to, say, a Weddle, maybe bank 100k, and then might have to trade Ashcroft or something, but I'd like to keep holding him. Did kick the 2 goals and had the easy matchup, so maybe just rather get Wilmot off the field first, but I don't know if we have the money for that. So we'll look at some defenders first. So, well, I don't think we want Ryan, just injury prone, and I don't know. It feels wrong to pick him, but seems to score really well. I mean, Stewart would be great, as annoying as he is, since he's burned me in the past with injuries, but has a good buy as well. Just, yeah, 3-run average 123. Just looks like he's going to piss in a 120 every week with a, you know, maybe a low 100 here and there, and then maybe like a 160 every now and then. So his stats didn't even come up. So yeah, Sard was subbed with a hamstring. I don't think we're interested in going there this year. And then you got Sicily. Lloyd's been okay, but I think I have a bit more faith in Sicily. The Hawks run is very nice coming up. They got West Coast and Frio in the next 2 of the 3 weeks. I do like that a lot. So Newman, no, he's been alright. And then it's just down here, oh geez, Dan Houston's been okay the past few rounds, but yeah, there's nothing you would go here. Haynes would have been nice earlier. Dan Rioli doesn't have the ceiling. Doherty's coming cheap. What's his price? Okay, that doesn't work, so we will never know. I don't know what's doing that. So if we had to pick someone, it's definitely Stewart, but I think we need to save money. And if we go Sicily, then Dawson, Dacos, Day have the same buy as Sicily. So I'd have to maybe throw one in the midfield or something. So I don't know how that works. So Sicily is the one here that I would like. And then if we're going to grab a midfielder, let's see who we can get. Rory Atkins, 200k, scored 89. I don't know why they're playing him. I watched him at the Crows, and it's pretty... You know, he was traded. And don't think the club were too upset to get rid of him. So, yeah, just don't rate him. I'm looking at mid, so Libber, you can't go there. I think he might be out this week with concussion. It was 1 to 2 weeks he was listed as. Sam Walsh, CBA's dropped, so I'm not interested there at all. Cripps I'm not interested in, although he is averaging 115, which is pretty good. Sarong was fantastic again, plays the Hawks this week. I don't know if that's an easy matchup though, because their midfield's actually, you know, doing pretty well. Petrarca, we've missed the 160, so he's gone. We can't pay 640 for Neil, that's ludicrous. LDU, no. Danger's been very good, but we can't go there. I don't think we can go back to Kelly, but he's been a bit up and down. It's averaging 107, so still I think he's alright, but not for me. Can't go Jack McRae. Jared's been pretty good. 130 3-round average. Parrish just gets 40 touches and scores 110, so I don't want Parrish. Now Merritt I like. Now are we gonna get stats here? No. I assume his break even's probably about 100 or so. I didn't like his role with, like, they're playing a bit, you know, playing the extra mid now with Hobbs in there. So I thought he was a bit more half forward. Yeah, a bit of half forward, bit of wing. I didn't like it. So regardless, Geelong tough matchup. He still put out a 90. So they will feed him the ball a lot, and he should get enough mid minutes. I think even with like 50-60% CBAs, he can score pretty well. So he's one I'm still looking at. But I think next to are hard. Then he's got, I think, Hawks or West Coast. He should destroy them. Get a 1 million goal assists in that game. Anderson's interesting. Averaging 104. Had that really bad slow start. 3 round of 114. With the buy, it's actually pretty good, but probably no. And then Cogs is one we could look at. Yeah, I don't know why I'm clicking this because it's not coming up with stats, but I think his break-even's 50 odd when I checked before. So I do feel like Sicily and Cogs have the low break-even, so I think I need to go for one of them. But do I want to, lock in another defender or forward? I think I want, got 4 slots for mids. I'd rather get a midfielder. Callum Mills, I can't tell if he's an option or not this year. I did see him at a few CBAs when I watched a bit of the game, but how much is he going to keep getting? So I think we'll just leave Callum Mills. We'll look at him after his buy. We'll just assess what's going on. I think Butters will probably pass on, but yeah, it looks good. And then this one is Jack Steele. So people, I think, I'm not sure if people like Steele that much. I think that 85% CBAs are good. He tackled really, really hard, which was a positive sign. So he must have some confidence in his body, but I get the concerns. Is he actually 100%? Might be a bit of a dangerous trade-in. So regardless, we need to get a cheap mid. His break-even's 120, but he plays North. Has a really easy fixture over the next month. So I'd like to grab Steele, but I'm thinking Sicily. I don't know, I feel like Sicily could go on a run and score really well with his fixture coming up. His break-even's 77, so what are we doing? Okay, there we go. So I think that's what we'll do. It'll be Sicily or Cogs, I think, and then Steele next week. But I honestly don't know how we're even going to upgrade next week. I think it'll be... we'll have to get rid of Ashcroft. And honestly, I can just see myself going Steele to Ashcroft. And then Ashcroft will outscore him, almost guaranteed. So we'd line up like this. So pretty weak in the midfield, but... we have to field one of Seamus or... Oh shit, we got to field one of these two. So I think we can loop that. So I think Tyler Young will loop, go like that. So that's a little bit worrying, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So I think we'll see how we go. And yeah, we'll straight field Wilmot at Marvel, I think. Although we could loop, but what's the point? I think I'd rather loop Tyler Young first. So yeah, obviously very weak in this position. And then I need to get Wilmot up to Steele next week somehow, and I don't know how. So will be Van Roon to Weedle, so that'll give us say 225k, and then that'll give us with the Wilmot 500k, and then we need to pull 50k from somewhere, and we don't even have downgrade options in addition to Weedle or Weddle, so I need to be yeah, I honestly don't know where we'd find the extra money from. So we might have to go Cogs instead, save that bit of money so we can get Steele next week. So I think that's maybe what we'll do, but that's it from me. Hopefully you had a good week, and yeah, should be good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.